Nicely opening the face of the blade there, straight to the fielder. That is a dot ball. Driven this time, but straight to the fielder. That is going to be another dot ball. So yes, you were asking what is the ideal time for teams to start cutting loose. I think it largely depends on who are the batsmen in the middle, because if there are two set batsmen by over number 35, that's picked up brilliantly. But there is a fielder there and he's put it down. And what's worse is that it's gone for four.
Had he positioned himself underneath the ball, that would have been an easy collect because it was a slower delivery. Ashwanth picking it up a bit too early. And as a result, lifeline here.
So if there are two set batsmen at around the 35th over mark, then not a bad idea to start attacking then. But if a wicket falls just around the 35th over mark, then probably those 5 overs are ideal to just build a partnership. The two batsmen get set and then try and take the attack from over number 40 onwards. Very situational call, really. But yes, ideally teams would want that while the 35 over mark is reached, there is some sort of a partnership which is already built. Two batsmen in their 20s, 30s can then start attacking.
Well, when you say that, what it means is around if you lose a wicket around that 35 over mark, you either compromise on those 5 overs of power play or you actually send in a pinch hitter who can make use of the situation.
That's not a bad idea at all. That's a very positive and aggressive thought. And now, of course, after the 2023 cycle of the Super League ends, the rule of penalty power play will be implemented in ODIs as well by the ICC. So if the overs are not bowled in time, then the remaining overs are power play. So I think that is something that will also be a key factor in teams deciding when to actually launch the attack.
Well, I really like this initiative that is taken. Penalty for something that is happening in the game should be imposed in the game itself. You come out, impose fines later on, doesn't make an impact on, per se. It keeps on repeating unless and until team has to pay it in the ground itself.
I mean, let's be very honest. If you take away 50% of the match fees of Virat Kohli, how does it matter? But if he loses a game, it matters. And we saw that in the 100, even the best white ball captain at that point in time, Warren Morgan, found it very difficult when he didn't bowl the deliveries in time. When he had to bowl with a fielder shot, suddenly the entire scenario changes. 40 overs bowled, 206 for 5. Shortish delivery looks to cut a bit of an under edge there, past the keeper. Not too expensive as it produced just one single.
Well, again, as you were talking about the penalties and stuff, I still fall back to the same rule that we just happened to discuss during the break. I'm pretty inclined towards that. You have a reduction in the over when you are getting into the second innings. But what happens if the team in the second innings is delaying the proceedings?
And that's where the law was changed, because it was not fair to both the teams. Chipped away by Ashwanth. Will just be a single. Because the law made has to be uniform for both the sides. Well, I came up with a little bit of a thought, and back home, whenever I organize tournaments, I implement that scheduled close of play, whatever the number of overs you are shot, you calculate what is the batting run rate of the batting side and multiply it with the number of overs remaining. Give those as penalty runs. A watchful defense again, another dot ball.
Well, fair point there. But then again, a lot of permutations and combinations come in, which comes in as a challenge. Say, for example, it's a rain-affected game. What do you do in that case?
Flattish again, pushback, and Simranjeet fumbles that will allow the single to be taken. Appeal there from the wicketkeeper, but more optimistic. And that is why I think this penalty power play system is probably the most appropriate. He should have collected that. I'm pretty sure he'll be disappointed.
Well, simple collection there. And being a coach yourself, well, better I zip my mouth.
Nicely driven down the ground. Another single taken. 41 overs bowled, 210 for 5. Ashwanth, 30 of 37 is what he's batting on. He'll want to take that strike rate a notch above 100. And Omid starts off with the back of a length delivery. The length which has worked for quickies so far in this tournament.
And I think anything that you're going to pitch it up to this man, Ashwanth Valthappa, he's going to take you definitely for a ride.
And he's looking for the second run. Good running, but a poor throw. Ensuring that there is no damage done. That second run was risky.
Well, very strange looking batting card here. No Umair Ali Khan today for future matters. No Amjad Gul. There's just one pacer in the side, Matiullah Khan.
Slow delivery this time. Very well disguised. Pushed back to the bowler. Dot ball. .32 of 40 deliveries for Ashwanth. Down the leg side. And it's called a wide. It's very close to the thighs there. I think the bowler was unlucky. It didn't brush the thighs.
It was too close there. Ashwanth had he connected that, but a very strange looking field setup here. There is a fine leg which is quite fine out there. There's a deep square, no mid wicket in place for Umid. Trying to play that late cut towards third man. Opening the face of the bat was too close. with the 6.4 overs, 44 runs. But more importantly, he doesn't have a wicket there. But he got that run out of Rohan Mustafa. Direct hit. Played upish, head not in steady position there. As a result, couple of runs here added to the tally. 41.5. With half the side back at the pavilion, future matters 215.
So 8 overs after this. Now that's 7 runs per over. Will take them to 270. At one stage, it was 280. That means that they've just not been able to accelerate properly. Still have the opportunity though. So now for a 270 also, they'll have to get a couple of boundaries every 3 overs. Single to finish the over. 42 bowled, 216 for 5. The ambidextrous Harsh is back in the attack. Bowled a very good first spell, and straight away Ashwanth comes down the track, drills it straight back past him. But I think he took that first run very lazily there.
Well, could have easily got 2 and kept strike.
I just get a feeling he thought he had hit it too well for it to go to the fence.
An excellent effort coming in the deep there. Well, was a chance. Was a chance there. Had that been a clean collect, not to be so. Want to see more of this bowler, especially with years coming by. What he has to offer on the table for us. Stepping down the track, playing wide off, long off, should be 2, and they'll manage to get it easily. So Faraz is quick through the air, quick between the wickets. And Valthappa will not find it difficult to run between the wickets as long as he wants them. 38 he's batting on of 45 deliveries.
If he bats through, one would assume he would face at least 25 more deliveries. Try and get about 30, 35 runs in those 25 deliveries that he bats for. He'll end up with a strike rate better than a runner ball, and that will also help the side to probably push towards 280. Didn't time that one at all, but will manage to pick up a single.
And also has that, plays with a slightly heavier bat. Ashwanth Valthappa has that high back lift as well. And earlier he used to have that a very strange looking stance. When, if you remember, there was a player called as Abhishek Nair, had that wide stance, bending down. Used to have a similar sort of. He has worked on it and understood that what it does is it locks you up. Certain shots you are completely locked and you're not able to play them. Worked on it. Meanwhile, 43 overs gone. Future matters. 222 for 5.
Omid to bowl his eighth, and beautiful delivery there from Omid. And time for me to welcome for one final time in this innings, Munib.
Thank you, sir. This is the final stage of this crucial match. 2-2-2 and 5 wickets down. 43 overs gone, 44 overs in progress. Matt will continue his 8th over. This is good line. This is good channel. Set batsman. What would be the projected score? We can see screen. If they will play 9 runs per over, so they can do 283. And if they will play 7 over per over, so they will get 270. So what would be the best for this match?
Well, I have a feeling that they would want to get to 280. Looks to flick it away this time. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. Not very sure if there was bat involved. Oh, it's off the bat. So that's one run added to the tally then. FARAZ back on strike. 6 of 11 is what he's batting on right now. Omid, slightly expensive, but it's going to matter how he bowls here. Slow delivery this time, pushed towards long on for another single.
Yes, you are right. This time, slow deliveries can work because these are the depth overs, and batsmen need to score. So that's why if they will play high shots with slow deliveries, so they can lose their wickets. So this is the good spell and good strategy. High in the air, but fielder could not carry the ball. 2 runs completed easily. We have to check again. It was not complete shot delivery. Matt did a good job. He's trying to get a breakthrough for his team because much necessary here to get a wicket. Another good shot. There is a fielder, but fielder could not stop the ball. 4 runs. Very good shot. Look at replay.
It struck very well. He hit it in the gap, and that raced away past the fielder. Ashwanth moving on to 46, 44 overs bowled, 231 for 5. Tremendous skill to be bowling at this stage of the game. Harsh, and a lot of faith being put in by the skipper as well in his abilities, which is good to see because he's very young, Harsh. Hasn't picked up a wicket but has been very economical.
Yes, today spin bowlers did a very great job compared to the fast bowlers. So fast bowler was very expensive, but spinners took wickets, and he goes for the big one. We have to check. That is smashing 6, cracking shot. Look at this shot once again. Wow, beautiful shot. He used his feet.
Is reaching the pitch of the ball, and that's 50 for Ashwanth. Very well played. 52 of 50 deliveries is what he's got. Turned out to be an excellent innings. Still has 5 more overs. And this time he goes over the offside. The fielder won't be able to reach it. So Ashwanth has decided to cut loose here.
Yes, Ashwanth is starting now attacking shots. So he released the pressure. Now he's on 56. That was smashing toward the offside. Very good shot in the end. Harsh, he needs to continue. He needs to stop, because this is the real test when you bowl in the depth overs. He's a very good young man. He did a very good spell. Now he's coming for the second spell. 7.4 balls have been done. Single taken. This is the good strategy now. He has to give the chance to Ashwanth because he is set batsman now at the moment.
Last ball of Harsh's 8th over. And now again, if they go on at 7 and over, they'll reach 280. Clipped away. Single to finish the over. 45 ball, 245 for 5.
Great overs. These 2 overs are very important. I think he has ability to deal with the pressure situation. He's also the coach of the Sharjah Cricket Academy. He is trying to use his feet. There is no chance to stop the ball. Very good shot. He reached the ball, very good use of his steps. Good start.
So Ashwanth has really decided to open up now. .249. Still have 29 deliveries to go after this. What do you think, Munib? 300 possible?
Yes, if they will play open cricket, if they will play attacking cricket, he's trying to again, good shot. Fielder is under the ball and he took a brilliant catch. That is the massive wicket. Wow. He took another good wicket for his team. Exactly which we were talking about. So cricket is very unpredictable, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Of course, we're talking about how 300 might still be a possibility, but with that wicket, maybe not. Ashwanth Thapa out for 62 of 55. Brilliant knock comes to an end.
Yes, absolutely. He played a very good cricket for his team.